Welcome to episode 2 of season 3's The Lone Road iRacer's podcast with me, your host, Guy Robertson. And we have got hot news already involving Corsair and Fanatec. So that's going to be the first subject we're going to look into today. We have updated news on the Fanatec situation that's probably had lots of sim racers really worried about the future of their hardware. Corsair have finally purchased Fanatec and its assets, liquidating Endor AG. So we're going to go into the detail, but hopefully at the end of this article, the Fanatec users, including myself, will hopefully start to be able to sleep at night, not thinking on the amount of new investment in maybe SimiCube or some other manufacturer. So bear with us as we uncover the latest, folks. Now, this first section is actually off Endor's own website, and they've got a section all about PR. So this is their formal statement, translated from German into English. September the 13th, 2024, insolvency proceedings were initiated for Endor AG by a decision of the Landshut Insolvency Court on September the 13th, 2024, under file reference number blah blah blah. Lawyer Dr. Hubert Amferl, a partner of the law firm D. Beck and Partner, was appointed as the insolvency administrator. Corsair has acquired the business operations of Endor AG as part of an asset deal. The shares in the foreign subsidiaries will also be transferred. Additionally, Corsair will take over all active employment contracts of Endor AG. Endor AG will be fully liquidated as part of the insolvency proceedings, and its stock market listing will be terminated shortly. Shareholders would expect not to receive any payments. The company's real estate remains up for sale. So that is on Endor, their own website, folks. So that is big news. Now we're going to look at it at a bit more detail further still. So there's a couple of positives already in the statement from Endor AG. One about the employees' contracts going to Corsair. So that one more likely the what they call chippy over in the UK. But that's good news for, initially anyway, people who are working for Fanatec around the globe, that they still got a job. End of the day, they've got families and mortgages to pay and family members to feed. So that is a real positive. And it's also positive for us, the users of Fanatec equipment, because that means that it's going to be kept going as a concern for the sim racing space for the foreseeable future. Now, there's already talk about whether or not the brand name will survive, but who knows? I mean, it's a worldwide recognised make and model, Fanatec, and it sponsors a lot of events. The main shareholder, that, if you don't know, was a guy called Jacomaya, who owned up to 50% of the core business, even at this stage. He's not going to get any financial compensation for through this transaction. And, if you read into all the back history, he's caused a lot of these problems that put Fanatec in this situation. So, quite rightly, he shouldn't receive any financial benefit for basically running the Fanatec production and all their assets in the wrong way. Financially, Fanatec were in the hole well above 95 million euros in July, with a reported 70 million of that figure bank debt alone. This was partly caused by a a Black Friday issue in 2023 where there was incorrect discounted items, and there was lots and lots of problems then from a customer base point of view with actually corresponding, communicating to the people who've paid for an asset in good faith and given Fanatec their money not to receive the asset, and no real timeline of when that asset would actually turn up on in the sim racers' hands, folks. So obviously there was a lot of frustration. So Giacomo eventually was dismissed by the board, and basically the total blame of being asleep at the wheel while his business virtually imploded was firmly based on Giacomo. They then started working on their company's new headquarters, which, if you don't know, has got its own private karting track, I believe, on the roof. So, as a business, if you were 95 million in the hole, why would you be spending money on creating a karting track on the roof of your establishment? So I don't really get it. So it's really good news today that Corsair, who have already invested into Fanatec even before today's judgment, in the region of somewhere around 4 million, just to keep Fanatec afloat. So it's gone full circle. Corsair have now finally got the assets of Fanatec. Fanatec is still Fanatec as we know it today, but it'll be really interesting now in the next 6, 12, 18 months to see how Corsair themselves start to influence Fanatec and where they're going for the future. But personally, I can sleep a little bit better at night. I'm heavily invested in Fanatec through steering wheels, through direct drive and through pedals. Me personally, I was starting to think if this went sour, I would have to invest probably up to another $1,000 in brand new equipment that I didn't know. Maybe Husqvarna and all those kind of manufacturers who have a little bit higher end, but also have got pedigree as well. So that's the latest news about Fanatec. We know the McLaren 720S Evo GT3 car was late coming to us, the iRacers. This has given me a chance now to take it for a test drive and see what I think of it round the infamous Brands Hatch. Well, we're at Brands Hatch in the brand new McLaren 720S Evo, and we're going to take it for a spin. So you can see it's got its rear view camera and a full electronic dashboard, folks. Looks pretty plush from what I can see. Engine sounds pretty good, so let's go for a drive.
It is 72 kilometers per hour.
Rear wheel drive.
The exit looks clear.
Oh, and now we've come out of the pits. The dash has clearly changed. You've got your tyre data on there. Predicted lap time, last lap time, fuel use, fuel level, laps. Water temp. Then you've got the map, TCI, TCR, ABS and function. So we'll just get some a couple of laps done, get some heat in the tyres, and then we'll see how much we can throw it about. Going into this corner, I'm braking early as normal, and it drifts a little bit to the left, but you get the response from the vehicle and you can accelerate up, brake early into this turn, use the matting a bit on the left. Its acceleration is really good up the hill to the right-hander. The first bit felt a bit dicey. So it feels good actually. It is rear wheel drive as well. So do one more lap and we'll take a look at the footage to see what it looks like around the Epic Brands Hatch. It does feel nice to drive, I must say. So it's got one of the new liveries that we've designed this week. It looks an evil car. It sounds really grunty as well. What you are missing though is the flames coming out of the exhaust pipes. That was one of the great features on the last McLaren. Yes, I would recommend it if you haven't bought it already. It handles really well. From the Evo's point of view, I think it's an excellent drive, rear wheel drive, so you've got to be a little bit smooth on adding the gas, but other than that, it drove smoothly, it was responsive, it gave you input back through the steering wheel as well, even in the sim, when you was pushing it too far and when to give it a dab of brake, for example. So go out and buy it. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people buying the new McLaren. And you will really enjoy it. I think it's an investment from an iRacing point of view, but that both them and as a sim racers are going to be invested in for at least the next 2 to 3 seasons. So enjoy your racing in the new McLaren. The FIA Magic F4 Esports Global Championship is starting to come to its climax. The first 2 races in the 2024 FIA Magic Esports Global Championship Series arrive on September the 14th, so as you're listening or watching this, the first 2 races will probably be finished. The 30 top-ranked competitors from a trio of competing regions go against one another in the 4-event, 8-race season, battling for their chance at winning a share of the $25,000 prize pool. During the first 12-week period in 2024 iRacing Season 3, the 3 representing regions that were America, Asia Pacific and Europe determine their best 10 drivers through an iRacing official series points competition. Each region sends forth their top 10 from the final points, and if a driver from a particular region drops out for any reason, the next qualifying driver comes from the same region from that points results. So the first two tracks which took place on the 14th of September are Mugello and Okayama. With two races on the docket, drivers will need to be ready to jump from track to track on race day. The first race event will feature 15 minutes of practice, 10 minutes of qualifying and a 20-minute race. After a 5-minute break following the conclusion to the first race, the second will feature again with a 10-minute practice, another 10-minute qualifying session and another 20-minute race. Points will be collected from each race. Mugello is still pretty new to iRacing, but it's a well-known track, and Okayama has been on the iRacing service for a number of years. So if you're taking place in that or you're a regular viewer, you should be able to watch it live on YouTube as well. And then we will make some commentary on who has won the overall competition as and when it's been completed. So that's the FIA SimMagic F4 coming to its season climax. We heard earlier in the podcast all about Corsair buying Fanatec, but what about the warranties? Will Corsair honour the warranties that legally went into liquidation as Endor AG went to the grave? Well, according to a YouTuber known as Kireth, he states he has reached out to Corsair and they have confirmed all Fanatec warranties will be honoured by Corsair. I'll put the link in this video in the notes section for anyone who wants to watch it. If that is the case, that is a major positive for all users of Fanatec bought products to date. The video goes on about shipping and purchasing issues. Corsair will need a little time to get things back on track, so to speak, so we the users need to be a little bit patient. So anybody interested, watch Kireth's video on YouTube. As I said, I'll put the link in the section below. Final news this week, it's all about the IndyCar Pro iRacing Series Championship that is also coming to its climax. The field for the 2024 IndyCar Bookkicker iRacing Pro Series is set following the IndyCar Bookkicking Pro Qualifying Series finale at Mid-Ohio. After 7 races with nearly 300 hopeful iRacing members competing against one another for a spot, the top 33 drivers have earned a chance to advance into the top-level eSports series later this month. Those 7 events, which included Long Beach, Barber Motorsports Park, Worldwide Technology Raceway, also known as Laguna Seca, Road America, Mid-Ohio, and 2 trips to Indianapolis, once on the oval and the other on the road course, set up for a multinational 10-race showdown to see who the best IndyCar esports driver is in the world. The action is set to begin from September the 19th at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course. Many familiar names and even some previous iRacing World Champions are included in the top 33. Porsche Tagger Esports Super Cup champions Diogo Pinto and Jordan Caruso finished 1st and 4th respectively in their qualifying series as final standings. An iRacing Grand Prix champion from 2021, Peter Berryman, finished inside the top 33, ranking 11th overall. A good chunk of the field has previously competed in other iRacing esports championships, namely the Porsche Tagger Esports Super Cup and previous iterations of the iRacing Grand Prix Championship. The IndyCar community on iRacing is also well represented, with the likes of Brandon Triano, who finished 7th, Robert Malzeka, who finished 12th, Philip Krass, 13th, and Jacob Oster, 16th, all ranking in the top half of the 33 standings. Rounding out the top 33 is one of the popular streamers in the community, Brendan Hyperstar Lichtenberg. I'm not going to go through all the drivers, but the 10 races are scheduled for the inaugural IndyCar Bookkicker iRacing Pro Series, and includes a fair mix of road courses and ovals. They are often found on the real-world IndyCar schedule. Points will now be scored based on similar systems that are in the real-world series use, with 50 points going to the winner and bonus points for laps led, most laps led, and the pole award. The 9th race of the season will be up to the community to decide, with this possible choices including the Milwaukee Mile, Monza Circuit, or the Red Bull Ring. This series will run weekly on Thursday nights at 8 PM Eastern Time and will be broadcasted live on all of iRacing's social media channels. The top level series will feature a purse of $50,000, with the champion taking home a staggering $20,000 at the season's end. So the schedule is as follows, folks. The first race starts on the 19th of September at the Indianapolis Road Course. September the 26th, Long Beach. October the 3rd, Iowa Speedway. October the 10th, Barber Motorsports Park. October the 17th, Indianapolis on the Oval. October the 24th, Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. October the 31st, Worldwide Technology Raceway, Oval. November the 7th, WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca. November the 14th has been determined, as already mentioned by the viewers. And finally, the 21st is at the National Super Speedway. So that is the IndyCar Book Kicker Pro Series coming to its season climax as well. Good luck, everybody, and enjoy the footage. A lot of tonight's podcast, we've talked about Fanatec, and we know Fanatec's been in some dire straits for probably on about 12 to 18 months now. And that's allowed new emerging hardware providers, such as Moza in this case, to get into the market and make some real moves, heading up and getting more of their product out to us, the consumers. So this little article is all about Moza and what they're doing, moving in the market. Moza Racing has made significant strides in the sim racing industry over recent years, positioning itself as a serious competitor to established brands like Fanatec, Thrustmaster and Logitech. Known for their high quality sim racing equipment, Moza offers a range of products including direct drive wheels, pedals and accessories aimed at delivering a professional grade racing experience. As sim racing grows in popularity, Moza's commitment to innovation has gained the attention of racers looking for premium gear at competitive prices. But is Moza really taking market share from industry giants like Fanatec? We're going to explore. Moza Racing focuses on direct drive wheelbases, high performance pedals and ecosystem expandability. Their lineup includes the R9 and R21 direct drive wheels, which deliver high torque and precision feedback. Moza pedals such as the CRP and SRP series offer adjustable pressure sensitivity, allowing for a tailored driving experience. Alongside these, Moza offers add-ons like high-end steering wheels, dash displays and handbrakes, completing their full sim racing ecosystem. In terms of build quality and precision, Moza products stand up to comparisons with Fanatec's offerings. Well, in current climate, that's not a big thing to do, is it? Moza's wheelbases, made from durable aluminium alloy, house powerful motors that provide seamless force feedback, a crucial feature for sim racers who want realistic handling. Coupled with their attention to design, Moza have developed a product line that appeals to both casual and professional racers. One of the areas where Moza has shined is in its competitive pricing. Sim racing enthusiasts have long faced high prices for top tier equipment from established brands like Fanatec. Moza, however, has positioned itself as a budget-friendly alternative that doesn't compromise on quality. For examples, Moza's direct drive wheels tend to be more affordable than Fanatec's direct drive systems, while offering similar performance capabilities. This pricing strategy has helped Moza attract new users, particularly those who want to upgrade to direct drive systems without breaking the bank. Moza Racing prides itself on innovation. Their equipment is designed with ease of use in mind, offering plug-and-play compatibility, wireless functionality for wheelbases, and a user-friendly tuning software that allows racers to tweak settings to their liking. Moza's commitment to the user experience has garnished praise, particularly among those new to sim racing. Fanatec, known for its deep integration into racing titles and its premium Club Sport and Podium series, have traditionally been the go-to choice for enthusiasts. However, Moza's commitment to innovation, coupled with their competitive pricing, has created a buzz in the market. They offer unique features such as customizable RGB lighting on certain models and continual firmware updates that improve product functionality over time. So what impact has that had on the market? So is Moza truly taking market share from the likes of Fanatec, Thrustmaster and Logitech? The answer is nuanced. While Fanatec remains a dominant player, and especially now Corsair has bought it, as we've been hearing today, especially with its extensive partnerships with racing games and its well-established reputation, Moza is undoubtedly making inroads. The brand's rapid growth, particularly in Asian markets, suggests it is appealing to both new sim racers and those looking to upgrade their setups without paying Fanatec level prices. The rise of Moza coincides with a growing global interest in sim racing, which has led to increased competition across the board. Moza's ability to provide high quality equipment at lower price points may not dethrone Fanatec immediately, but it is challenging the status quo. As more sim racers explore Moza as an alternative, it's clear that Fanatec can no longer rest on its laurels. Now with Corsair owning Fanatec, hopefully Corsair will push Fanatec even further. In conclusion, folks, Moza Racing has established itself as a credible contender in the sim racing market, offering performance products such as at attractive prices, while Fanatec and its troubles still do hold a firm grip on the premium market, even in the current situation. Moza is successfully capturing the attention of budget-conscious racers and new entrants to the sim racing scene. As Moza continues to expand and innovate, they are poised to take a slice of the market traditionally dominated by Fanatec, Thrustmaster and Logitech. Whether they can maintain this momentum will depend on their ability to continue delivering cutting-edge products and maintaining competitive prices. But for now, they are certainly a brand to watch in the sim racing world. Now, I've personally never touched, felt, driven, used a Moza product, and I'm not affiliated with Moza at all. I just thought while we were talking about Fanatec a lot on the podcast, this podcast specifically, we were looking at a direct competitor. Now, having looked through their website as part of this podcast's research, there is some stunning products that Moza are offering us, the sim racers. Would I buy one? No, I'd probably want to go somewhere and try one first, but I'm not sure where I could do that in the UK. If anybody from Moza is watching the YouTube or listening to the audio podcast, I'm quite happy to do some reviews on Moza product if anybody wants to send something my way for a review, and I will directly compare it to the Fanatec equipment that I've currently got. So watch this space, folks. If people have got a Moza product, leave some commentary in the comments section below. I'm really interested on especially customer service. You know, we've spoke a lot about Fanatec and their horrendous customer service and communication. What is Moza's like? Has anybody experienced a problem? How was that handled and managed? So that's our last article this week. Next, we're going to answer who won the competition. The competition ran over 6 episodes or 6 weeks, and the concept was there would be 2 pictures of a famous track, one slightly easier than the other, put on the show's Facebook page. You had to visit that page, look at the pictures, write your answer down at home somewhere, and then after the 6 weeks provide all your answers to win 25 iRacing dollars. We're going to go through the actual tracks themselves. Some are easier than others. Week 1 was Long Beach. Week 2, Mount Panorama. Week 3, Imola or Enzo Ferrari. Week 4 was the famous Le Mans 24-hour circuit. Week 5, Nürburgring Industriefahrten. And finally, week 6, Barcelona. Now, we didn't have many entries for some reason. We had 6 in total, and only one person got all 6 weeks' answers correct. So I'm happy to announce the winner of this year's competition goes to, drumroll, Craig Gregory. So well done, Craig. I'll be sending you the 25 iRacing dollars as soon as possible. Thank you again for entering the competition if you did, and look out for the new competition sometime around beginning of September time, August time next year as well. Well, that's it for another podcast. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It helps us grow. Please leave your comments also. It's very important for us to make the show better for yourselves. What did you like of the show? We're also after sponsors for the show and any guests as well. So if you feel you fit that bill, hit the show's email, send me a message, and I'm sure we'll discuss it. Until then, please share the show with your other iRacing colleagues, buddies, and enthusiasts. Until then, I'll see you on the track soon. Happy iRacing!